Do you have something like this Summit press where it's a single stage thread-in die system and you wish there was an easier way to get your dies in and out for use? I'm going to show you the Hornady lock and load bushing system, and it just might be the right fix for you. And here it is. It is the Hornady lock and load conversion kit for the RCBS rock chucker. Now there's kind of two things you need in order to have this bushing system work on a single stage such as this Summit press. The first is you have to have 7/8 14 dies for the bushings themselves. If you look here, the insert is going to just be a standard die insert. I shouldn't say standard, but majority of dies out there are going to fit in it. So that's the easy part. The hard part is you have to have a die that has a removable insert itself. Now, rock chuckers and most single stage RCBSs that I'm aware of and some other presses out there will have this. Now, I've already loosened this just from playing with it, but you typically will need something like a wrench or a pair of channel locks or something just to kind of pop it loose. And this is going to be removable normally because you would use larger dies, like 1¼ inch dies for, you know, like whatever, 50 BMG or some ELR stuff. But in this particular case, what we want to do, so this kit is the 6 bushing kit. They also make a 3 bushing kit. It just happened to be that I was at Cabela's and they had the 6 bushing kit, so that's what I bought. But I'm sure, knowing me, I'll end up using more than 3 bushings, so it's probably going to be a good thing I bought the 6 bushing kit. One of the other pieces that's in there, or the other piece that's in there besides the 6 bushings that look like this, is going to be the threaded insert that allows you to use the lock and load pieces. There's really no good way to be able to put a wrench into this. I suppose if you had something that, I don't know, fit in between the splines on it, I guess that would work. So one of the best tricks I've seen is to take a die and put it into one of the bushings. This happens to be a decapping die that I've been using. And so this is FW Arms, and a lot of them have this, but it's got, you know, slotted sides so that you can put a wrench on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down in, and I'm going to tighten it, and then take just an adjustable wrench here, because I don't have a regular box wrench. And I'm just going to use this to cinch down the die into the bush. Well, it's in the bushing, but the bushing into the actual insert, and then that's going to tighten it into the press itself. And now, if I want to, well, it's going to be a little stiff the first time here, but now if I want to remove the bushing, now it's good, and this is nice and locked in. So now under normal use, I would simply do that. I would do my decapping that I need to, and then come in here and pull it out. If I want to, for instance, pull a bullet, this is another great example where these bushings really help, because being able to just move this stuff around is really nice. So I can just stick this in and just do that, and now I can put a loaded round down here, bring it down, tighten it down on the bullet, and pull a bullet out instead of using a kinetic bullet puller. So that's another use that I have for it. I've got a, come to think of it, I've already used more than the 3 bushings. I have an extra sizing die that I've thrown one on, and then I have a mandrel die. So essentially most of the dies, if not more dies than I would have on my normal drill-in, I have available that if I need to do a single process on 1 or 2 pieces of brass, I can just throw it in here, hit it, and I'm good to go. But the bushings are what make this a viable option for me right now, because I don't, you know, like if I'm working on something, I just need to be able to throw the die in and go. It's a lot different than, you know, maybe if you're using this as your primary press and you have dies set where you can simply screw them down till the die ring hits. That's fine too. It just takes a little extra time. So for me, having the bushing kit is really nice. This is my priming kit. So this is a ram primer from RCBS, so I can throw that in and then put the pushing shell plate down. Oops, put the pusher shell plate down here, and put the brass shell plate up here, and then that goes there. And anyway, I can prime on this. So once in a while, I need to do just like 1 or 2 pieces of brass. It's not the end of the world, but I want to be able to have an easy way to do it. So having this bushing kit is really the best for me. I will say that having had some other kits like the Lee bushing actually clamps onto the die, so you don't have this like separation of church and state here between the bushing and the die ring like you do on the Hornady here. You know, I have found once you take a pair of pliers and really snug down the die to the bushing, it essentially becomes one. But you know, on occasion I've had it where it's gotten a little tight, and if I need to pop it out, it potentially has loosened from the actual bushing. But it's a pretty rare occurrence just in my testing so far, but I'm sure it could happen. It is the one thing I did like about the Lee bushing kit that they do, is just, again, that it clamps down over the die itself. So, you know, just something to consider. But for something like I said, my Summit or a Rock Chuck or whatever, you've got a partner press. Does partner press do it? I can't remember. Anyway, a lot of these presses, you can just insert this, you're good to go. Life goes on and you can get back to work. So anyway, just thought I would show you what I've done with my Summit press and these bushing kits. Hopefully it helps. It's not like these are a new thing on the market, but I think they are an often overlooked thing that people get a press and then they sort of forget that they can do something like this to it if they want to. So anyway, hope everybody's having a good day. Have a good one. We'll talk later.